Welcome back and continuing the news. Another cry this evening from onion farmers about a lack of market, this time from some based in St. Catherine. The farmers say they have been pushed to the margins by imported produce. Details in this report from Antonia Atkinson.
These onions were exposed to fire, but not because they were a part of a tasty meal. Instead, they were burned by farmers who watched the crop spoil because they had no one to sell them to. The farms we visited were lined with onions, many spoiled in various ways, some dried of all nutrients, some oversaturated by water, and instead of the smell of a spice, rotten smell hugs the area. A lot of the fingers are being pointed at the state. The farmers based in Bernard Lodge, St. Catherine, contend their cut of the market, usually guaranteed for a few months at this time, is no longer available.
Each year, between October and December, we do land preparation from Rada Tractor, and they gave us seeds, advice, so forth, so on, and we plant with the expectation of selling our onions in the local market, usually around about February, March, thereabout. So normally the imports would stop, and then local farmers would get a chance to sell their produce. However, this year, imports are still coming in. Up to last week, I'm seeing imported onions in supermarkets that I would supply, supermarkets I buy from.
The few vendors that do show up to purchase onions are not offering prices the farmers consider reasonable.
But the prices that they are quoting, it's not feasible for me to sell at that price. At $100 a pound when production cost is around $80 a pound, thereabout. It's basically, it barely break, maybe not even break even when you add all the other added expenses.
The market is really not there for us to sell. And when we do find the market, we have to be selling our produce for little to nothing, basically giving away our produce. What my cry is, as it relates to that, is for the relevant authority to step in and have a range. So we have a minimum and a maximum price range for us to sell at. So we know if we have onion, for example, onion can't sell for more than $7,000 per 50-pound bag, and it can't go below $6,000 per 50-pound bag.
The farmers in the meantime says the weeks of non-stop rain has also had an impact on their crops.
The bad weather that we have been experiencing, the onions not getting to dry properly, so forth. So there are issues.
Antonia Atkinson, TVJ News.